Hello and welcome to Talk Wargaming. In this video unboxing we'll be returning to the smoky streets of London as we take another look at Empire of the Dead. Here we have two sets, the 22-1B Alliance and also the Van Helsing Vampire Slayers. We'll be looking at both of these, so first of all let's take a look at the Vampire Slayers. So from the name alone you've probably got an idea of what we can expect in this box, and inside we get 8 miniatures in total, and we've got Van Helsing himself along with a few other kind of recognisable characters from other vampire fiction such as Bram Stoker's Dracula. So let's open up this box and take a look at the miniatures inside. Unsurprisingly for the Van Helsing Vampire Slayers kit, a lot of the characters are named from the Bram Stoker's Dracula novel. So here we have Van Helsing himself, and he's armed with a crucifix and a tome as well. He's got his eye patch as well there. Some of the other characters that we've got is Jonathan as well, who's less heavily armed. He's got his candle, and I'm not sure what he's holding there. Kind of looks like a small kind of Bible or something similar. We also have Quincy. There we go, and he's armed with his Bowie knife and a rifle as well, and very kind of typical Texan American style. Next up we have Lord Goldming, and he's also got a lamp. The kind of theme that you've got going on with all these miniatures is the fact that they are also all wielding some sort of kind of light source or as a weapon as well. It's obviously very effective against the force of darkness in the game Empire of the Dead. So those are the male characters. Then we have another one here as well. This is Dr. Seward, and he's got his typical kind of doctor's bag and his goggles there on the top as well. So very nicely kind of dressed gentlemen, and we also have some females for this kit as well. And let me just get the names of these correct. We have the Lost Love and she's kind of very kind of ethereal looking, and also the Fallen Woman on the left here, both dressed in kind of very typical Victorian attire. So here we have the 22-1B Alliance box set, and you can probably guess straight away who this is going to be featuring. We've got Sherlock Holmes on the front there. On the back we have Sherlock Holmes there with his signature pipe and violin. We have John Watson, Mrs. Hudson, Mycroft Holmes, Queen Victoria, Lord Baskerville, and the Hound of the Baskervilles as well. So there's quite a nice little selection of miniatures in there. So let's open up this box and have a closer look. So inside the 22-1B Alliance box set we have first of all Queen Victoria. She's there in a very kind of stoic looking classic pose, and the kind of costumes that she's wearing is very similar to those seen in the photographs of later on in her life. Next up we have Mrs. Hudson, the Sherlock Holmes' housekeeper, and she's there typically with a pot of tea, very, very British, very, very Victorian. So next we have Lord Baskerville himself. He's very, very dapper, handsome chap, kind of very much a country gentleman with his kind of peaked trousers there as well. Next we have, let's go for Mycroft, Sherlock Holmes' brother, and he's there having a cup of tea, no doubt from Mrs. Hudson herself. So very nice miniatures these are so far. Let's go for the Hound of the Baskerville. And this is from one of the stories, and it's actually quite a large miniature. So let's just compare it in size to who's this, Mycroft, and you can see he's very, very fearsome, very kind of like greyhound, very thin kind of look to him there as well. So nice, very nice miniature there. This finally brings us to the famous duo themselves. We have Dr. Watson on the right and Sherlock Holmes on the left there. So as you can see, Sherlock Holmes is equipped with his pipe, but he also gets a choice of either a violin in his other hand or just a kind of open hand, depending on what you want there. We also have John Watson, who is equipped with a revolver and a walking stick for his old war wound as well, so that obviously giving him some sort of jip. So that was the 22-1B Alliance. Let's summarise some of the miniatures that we've seen today. So that was the quick unboxing and overview of the miniatures that are found in these two box sets here. Now both of these sets are actually from the Empire of the Dead Requiem, which was funded through Kickstarter, and these are kind of like the newer sets. So the previous video we looked at some of the core factions, but these are some of the newer ones as well, and there's a whole host of those currently coming out from Westwind Productions as well. As with the previous sets from Westwind that we've looked at, these are all great quality miniatures. They're all on 28mm heroic scale. The style of them is excellent because it all kind of feeds from that Victorian novel kind of style, and especially these two kits. We've obviously got the Sherlock Holmes Holmes novels inspirations and the Bram Stoker's Dracula's for these as well. And I mean, the whole range covers these kind of late Victorian novels, and immediately you can identify what the characters are and kind of what their role is in the game. So whilst I'm looking at these, I should probably also mention that West Wind Productions currently have a Christmas promotion. Now what that involves is you can get yourself a starter faction, such as one of these, and also the Empire of the Dead rulebook, which I've got here. And you can get these for £35, which would normally cost you £55, so you're actually getting a great saving there. It's a great way to get into the game because you get the rules straight away, and you've also got a faction to get yourself started with. So I'll pop a link to the page which will have all those offers on in the description. So as always, be sure to subscribe to us to be kept up to date with all our latest unboxings and reviews and tutorials, anything that we do on our YouTube channel. We also have the website talkwargaming.com, so be sure to check us out there for whole more content and editorials and tutorials and all sorts of things there. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.